Dreamscape presents Buttons and Loyalty by Penelope Sky, narrated by Ferraiuolo and Natalie Eaton. Chapter 1. Bones. I sat in my office in Lake Garda, disappointed that the snow in the mountains was starting to melt and reveal the solid ground underneath it. The soil began to re-emerge, and the wilted flowers popped out from underneath the freezing layer. Winter was my favorite season, probably because I was already ice-cold. My scotch sat on the desk in front of me, and I stared at the painting on the wall. Vanessa sat back on her ankles on the bed, looking just as stunning as she did in real life. Vulnerable, emotional, and beautiful, she was the woman who captured my complete attention the second I laid eyes on her. I kept her pinned under my thumb as long as I could. The second she slipped away, I lost control. I hated not being in control. But with this woman I didn't have a choice. She changed all the rules. I hated her for it, but I respected her for it at the same time. A man like me wasn't familiar with love or its implications, but when I stood on that snowy bank, I knew I wasn't the same man I had been the last time I stood there. Ever since Vanessa crossed my path, I hadn't been the same, and I would never be the same. Once I understood how I felt for her, I didn't shy away from it or pretend it didn't exist. I was the kind of man who was always honest, even when I didn't want to be. If that meant I had to wear my heart on my sleeve, so be it. I wasn't afraid of anything, even loving a woman. I'd never met a woman I ever loved, so this was new to me. But just because it was new didn't mean I was scared of it. She was the worst person I could possibly fall for. I hated her family and all the pain they'd caused me. I even hated her a little bit, too. I would always be envious of what she had. The love of two complete parents and wealth that would last a lifetime, while I lived on the streets. But whatever I felt for this woman was stronger than that. It was enough to conquer all the hatred inside my chest. It was enough for me to let go of the vendetta I promised myself I would fulfill. I knew her family would never like me, and I would never like them. But she should have made the sacrifice for me. I made the sacrifice for her. I was furious with her, but my rage wasn't enough to conquer the pain inside my chest.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?